do we call the meeting to order? Okay, well, we are live streaming. This is the Design Review Board regular meetings slated for Monday, May 16th, 2022. We have 3 commissioners present, which is just shy of a quorum, so we cannot call the meeting to order. However, in an informal manner, we are going to allow the applicants to show us what they have to present, as we do represent the vast majority of our commission. So with that being said, Shadi, would you like to present on behalf of application 22-14 for 522 Hop Meadow Street sign?
Sure. I take it that you have a copy of the renderings that the members present.
I do. Anka and Kate, do you need us to share a screen so you can see it, or
Yes.
have you been able?
Yeah, please share the screen. Yes.
Yeah, that would be the most helpful. So we're all looking at the same thing.
Yes.
Laura or George, can one of you do it, or should I share screen? Or Shadi, do you want to do it? Whichever.
I'm technically not that great at sharing
That's
screens.
okay. Laura, do you have it handy, or I can put it on mine? Whatever you want to do. George, show off. First guy in school.
I
All right.
had it up. I had it up already.
Okay, well, there's not a whole lot to present. It's basically a replacement panel. It's the same size. It's an, I think an 1/8" aluminum panel with vinyl graphics. Just updated their logo.
I think it's the same logo, isn't it? It's different colors per se, and you've had Joe.
Different
Beadle
colors. It used to
design.
be the, old blue background, and now it has the white background, and then it has the agency name on it on the right.
Okay, Anka or Kate, in no particular order, do you have any response for the applicant?
I mean, I'm generally okay with it.
Yeah, it's just to give my 2 cents. I'm not opposed to it. It's a sign. You're allowed to express yourself as long as you stay within the guidelines and the color package. And it seems you are. You're still using the same blue as the numerals, the street address, 522. If that's the preferred sign of the applicant, I see no reason of why it's not okay. Anka, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was looking at the previous sign, more navy, more dark blue. Now it's more white.
Mhm.
It will pop probably better. It's okay. It's a sign. You know how I usually feel about signage, so it's okay with me. It's fine. I have no issues.
Okay, with that being said, so is it Shad or
Shadi.
Shadi? Thank you, Shadi. I apologize for that. Regardless, Shadi, if you could just relay that all 3 commissioners that were present at the Design Review Board meeting were inclined for a positive review and found no reason for any changes whatsoever, we'd appreciate it. And that way you can continue forward without being delayed. So thank you for taking the time to present to us. We appreciate your time and the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, Martha, that moves us along to your informal presentation of the new building at Ethel Walker. Are you the one that's going to present, or Mary Ann?
Martha's one.
You're muted.
And I'll chime in.
All right.
Yeah, I'll share the screen. Okay, can everyone see the screen? My screen?
Yep, it's up.
Okay, great. So this is just just to orient you to the existing campus, which is here on Bushy Hill Road. These are the more academic buildings on the campus, and then there's dorms down here, 3 existing dorms, and there's always been this open space here. When they built this dorm, there was always a plan to put a dorm in this location. So you can see it's pretty far off the road. There's road access and parking existing along this road, and then access along the back and some additional parking. It's a pretty steep site. Both of these buildings that are existing are entered from the upper side and have walkout on the opposite side from a floor below. And the view towards the mountains is in this direction. So we really wanted to take advantage of that, the hillside and the view. So this is a closer view of the site, which I apologize, but we rotated north to the left in these images just to be able to fit the building. But there's the existing dorm, which they call the new dorm, which is going to be confusing the whole time because we're doing a new dorm too. But this is the old new dorm, and then Cluett, and then this is the existing hill that slopes to the side. And just some context images. This is the new dorm building, which was the last building that was built. It's entered, this is the site over on this side between it and Cluett. And its real front is in this direction towards the academic buildings of the campus. And then the Cluett is a more modern building, which is here, which steps down the hill. This is it from the lower road. And you can see the new dorm from the lower road. It's really a kind of back of house, which we're trying to address in our new project. So this is a site plan kind of idea drawing, which gets at kind of the first big move. The new dorm has taken this form of an L to try to create new courtyards, both between the new dorm and our upper dorm and between Cluett and our building, to make a kind of real residential area for the dormitories that exist on the campus. The other thing it does is, as opposed to these buildings, which are entered primarily from this side, we're trying to enter from both sides so that there's a more pedestrian, even though this is a road that cars can access. Most cars park up on the upper road. So we're having a main entrance from both this side down low in the courtyard and an entrance up high from the street, the internal street of the campus. So you enter low into a space that's double height, and you can enter from above and enter into the same space. And it all opens up to the views, which are at the top of the page. These are some quick renderings that I'll get more into the form of the building, but the kind of overall form of the building, there's a strong desire to be sustainable with the project among the board and the school. So we've prioritized the southern slopes. So there's long southern slopes that slope down to Cluett, which is lower. And the building is 2 stories on the street side and 3 stories on the courtyard side, and half kind of embedded in the ground. This is an image from the courtyard side, really trying to make a space between Cluett and the existing building. One thing that I forgot to point out is we have a number of places in these courtyards where we're taking advantage of the hill also for outdoor programming. So there's an amphitheater built into the hill here, which this is an existing slope, but just creating a stepped amphitheater that would look out to the view. And then another one here, which steps down the side from Cluett to really program the space between the buildings for the students. So there's thoughts of using it for theater, outdoor theater, or classes and small group meetings. So you can see that view here, and really landscaping this space in between that opens up to the view. So quick, I'll go through the floor plans as well, but a quick site plan where this is drawn with a cut line through the center. So this half of the building opens up to this side, and this is drawn at the lower level. So we have a vestibule, entrance, and covered porch at the courtyard side and also at the upper level. We've added some new parking for the dorm houses 54 students and 4 faculty units. And the faculty units occupy the edges and have private garden entrances, so they can start to feel like it's their own home. They enter from the outside. So the parking spaces they're not adding any additional people, but they will be parking for the faculty. Let me see what else is here. So this is a kind of path that would get back to the campus, and then it's also connected to the existing pathways that are up above. So a quick walk through the plans. This is the lower level, which is mostly built into the hill. So most of this is mechanical and storage. And the dorm rooms and the common space open up to the courtyard. The purple is the faculty units. So there's 4 faculty units. 2 of them have 3 bedrooms and 2 have 2 bedrooms. They're all 2 stories except for this one, which is 1 story, which is our accessible unit. Which opens up, has its own private porch. They all are connected to the dorm spaces through a study. So the common area you can see here, you enter into the center. The dashed line shows the room above that overlooks this room. There's an equal number of double and single rooms. So the double rooms are the more blue color, and the kind of turquoise color are the single rooms. Shared bathrooms, kind of in the knuckle of the building. Fire stairs at either side. So the next floor up, where you enter from the uphill side, again, the vestibule opening into the upper commons that looks over into this space. We have some small study rooms, and again, the dorm rooms are the primary function, with some seating areas and the faculty units that occupy the corners. And then the final floor that has these 2 faculty units, which are entered from the higher level, go up to the 3rd floor. So there's also a faculty presence on the upper level. Again, you enter into a kind of shared space in the center, and dorm rooms opening up into the courtyard. This is the roof plan that shows the slopes, the solar panels facing south. We have green roofs right now on the northern slopes, and lower green roofs these are the entry porches and the common areas. I meant to say at the beginning that right now every project existing in the world right now, we're going through a value engineering phase. So we're working out kind of budget. So there might be some small changes, but the school's committed to the overall design concept. So elevations, I have some images of materials at the end, but they've chosen a burnt wood siding, either a heat treated oak or a burnt cypress. So it has a kind of darker finish. The green roofs, layered landscape, wood windows right now. So this is the front entry up at the parking level, and then this is the north side that steps down between our dorm and the new dorm. There's an access way with a retaining wall that allows access to the utility spaces on that side. And then these 2 elevations are the courtyard elevations. The southern side has a trellis and a deep overhang to shade summer sun. And then this is the eastern facade, and the common areas that are in the center of the building are the larger windows, and the dorm rooms are the small punched windows. Right now we have trellises growing up the sides, and a kind of layering of vegetation in the spaces between the buildings. So this is the materials. This is the cypress that's charred, heat treated wood. And then we're using high performance triple pane glazing windows, so high performance windows. This is a precedent for the green roofs, this is a Japanese garden in Portland that the school identified with. So this is our precedent for the green roofs, and then the trellises, the vine trellises that would occupy the southern side. Wood soffits and wood decking the railings on the faculty balconies are a wood top rail and then just a light stainless steel wire mesh. The entrances, the terraces are brick, which there's a lot of that on the campus now. And then this is the exterior lighting. This is the existing pole light that's throughout the campus. So we would continue that. Some path lighting. The entries have are covered entries. So they're soffit lights. And then the doors that don't have coverings would have wall lights. And that's the rundown. I can go back to anything that anyone has questions on.
Nice presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anka, do you want to lead off and give them some feedback on what we've seen?
Sure. In short, I love it. It's a huge challenge to create a building there between that the so-called new dorm, which is not new anymore. And in all honesty, it's not a very inspired design, but it is what it is, and it's there. And the other building, the Cluet, which it's the opposite, a massive brutalist building with too much character. So I have to commend the architect. I missed Martha. I'm not sure what's your company, the name of the firm?
Marianne Thompson Architects. So Marianne is on the phone as well, on the call as well.
Good. Great. To you all, to the entire team, congrats. You came up with a wonderful solution. I love the idea of the L-shaped with the courtyard. I love the materials that you are using. I love the trellis. I think it's a very nice building. It's airy, and it really blends well, and it has character. And the only thing, it's unfortunate we will not see it too much from the street, you know, as from Bushy Hill, for instance. It will be hidden by the new dorm, the one that I'm not thrilled about. But still, once it's built, I will try to see it. I will look for it. So good luck with everything you're doing. And again, great design and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thanks,
Thank
Anka.
you. That's so wonderful to hear.
Kate, can you give us some feedback, please?
Sure. Yeah. I thought it was nice. I also like the courtyards. I'm basically going to be echoing a lot of Anka's feedback. I thought it was nice, a nice bridge of, bridging those two styles of buildings together and giving it itself its own kind of personality. And I think it's going to be great. And the plans kind of make sense. So I think that's nice too. And it all seems like it makes sense to me.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel the same way. Everything seems to fit in nicely, and it's also a great addition. I think it brings a new surface to the campus that's going to be another reason to be proud of being part of Ethel Walker. So thank you very much for taking the time to present to us. We look forward to your formal presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to get our input preliminarily, and we look forward to the final reiteration of what we've seen tonight. Thank you again.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll move along. There is one other point of just keeping up on zoning that we should probably discuss with Anka and Kate, and that's got to do with the opt-out resolution. It was part of our packet, if you read it, from the zoning commission. It's got to do with that blanket zoning that they're trying to do across the state. Our town will be opting out of that or attempting to opt out. Just so you're in the midst of what's going on there. Is there anything I should expand upon with that, George?
No, so I think where we are with the process, I think the Planning Commission is going to begin some discussion over which elements, if any, of the state law that was passed back June 2021 are there elements that we can include in our current approach to accessory dwelling units? So they're going to begin that discussion tonight. There also going to be a presentation next week at the Board of Selectmen to kind of let them know what their role in the process is. Obviously, under the law, it requires a 2/3 majority to opt out from both the zoning commission and the elected board. So we'll be walking them through what the zoning commission has done, as well as what their options are next week.
Okay. Anka, Katie, I thought we already had a rough draft of the letter for opt-out, but I stand corrected. So I didn't mean to put the cart before the horse. Sorry about that.
No, that's we're in.
However, my money is on. We will proceed on the proper path with the proper people making the proper motions. So with that being said, I never did hear back from Elaine, so I have a feeling that we should probably just finish this meeting and we can approve minutes. I'm psyched that we got to push things forward. If anyone can find anyone that has an interest in serving on our board, obviously we would welcome that. No matter what the qualification, any level-headed person, we keep lowering our standards. Anyone breathing at this point would suffice. So with that being said, we can't really conduct any more business, but thank you everyone for taking the time to be here. I look forward to our first meeting on June 6th.